Hey guys, I'm back with another story time. Yay! I've decided to tell the Panto story from last year because it is like we're gearing up to go to Panto again this year, and we've got 14 of us going this year. And we're like explaining to the girls who've never gone before just like what to expect throughout the day, and it's honestly just one of my favourite like stories. So the girls at my work, the gals, we have two major Christmas days out in my work. Like the young team, we have two major like Christmas days out. We have the Kaylee and we have the Panto, and the Panto is gals, Liz. So we go out for dinner first, and then we go up to the Panto, the town over from where I live. And two of the people we worked in have been in it for the last couple of years, and I think it's just down to one. And there's a couple of people we know who work behind the scenes and stuff. So we go and we show our support. So the Panto's not till like 7 o'clock at night, and we go out for dinner at 4:30. And we get drunk, like we just drink, and we sneak alcohol in with us, and we continue to drink. This will be our third year going this year. Year one was fine, like nothing really happened. There was 4 of us, and it was just like a good wee day out, and we fair enjoyed ourselves. We found we didn't have enough drink to drink during the Panto itself. So when we went back last year, we remedied that by like literally taking in full bottles, and there was maybe 7 or 8 of us last year, and one of the girls was an add-on late, so we couldn't get a seat next to us, so I'd like been like, guys, I'll take the wee spare seat, don't you guys worry. So I'm sat, I think, just directly behind them, like the row directly behind them. I was like, this is fine, whatever. Now we have a group of small children sitting in front of us, and all I can hear is the pop, the Prosecco pop. And someone turns around with a glass of Prosecco and goes, Hannah, you want this? And I was like, yeah, like of course I want this. So I'm like taking the glass of Prosecco, and like people are looking at me, and I'm like, oh fuck. We don't care. We're already like half cut. We're going. We're like here for this. So once I've like finished the Prosecco out of that glass, like I just use that glass to fill up with the wine I have, and I think I had something else, but I was drinking my wine, and that was great. And one of the girls went to the toilet, and then I get a text going like, I know I shouldn't have my phone on while the theatre is running, but she sent me a text. She's like, I've moved up the back where like there's a whole like section at the back where they hadn't seated anybody. So she's like, I've just moved up there, like I want to be out of like the area with the very small children. And I was like right, okay. She's like, come move up there with me. So I went up with her, and we sat in the front row. Now we're sitting next to the people who like are in control of the Panto, and they're loving us because we are having a blast. We're getting involved with everything. We're screaming, oh no he didn't, like he's behind you, oh, like all the things. We're just here for it. And like one of the women who we knew who was in it, whenever she was on stage and we felt like it was appropriate, we're like screaming her name. Like we were just having a blast. It was a great time. 10 out of 10 would go again, which is why we are going again. And then half time comes, and we decide, like all the girls are deciding to move up with us, and me and the girl who were already up there decided we'll move a row behind again. So I'm moving my bag to the row behind, and one of the usher people see my lovely bottle of wine, which has this much left in it, like this much out of a full bottle, and she's like, I think she only sees my cup, or she asked me what's in my cup, so I like was finished that, and my bottle literally has this much left, and I was like, it's juice, my god. And the people who are like in charge of the Panto are like saying to them like, oh, they're fine, like just leave them alone, and whatever. And they 100% knew we had all been drinking for the first half of the show, because one, they would have heard the Prosecco they were like literally standing like three steps up from where we were sitting, and they'll have seen us pouring whatever we're pouring like the entire time. But I think it's because they finally had physical evidence, and she was like, I'm going to need to confiscate that. And I was like, are you being for real? And she's like, do you have any more drink on you? And I'm like, yeah, we do. Because I'm not gonna lie, like I had another bottle in my bag, and I know the girls had stuff in their bags, and I was like, we're going to an after party, which is a lie, but they don't need to know that. We're friends with the cast, we're going to an after party, like you can't like confiscate all of our drink off of us. We did have to promise not to drink any more of our own stuff for the second half of the show, which I promise we maybe did not uphold to. But like they were so rude about it, and then they were like talking about how like we're going to get chucked out. Basically they were like talking about like they're going to chuck us out. We're like, nah, they're not. But they had like, when the second half of the show started and we were all seated again up in our new area away from the rest of the public, there was about 5 of them watching us, like just us, which was ridiculous because like we were drunk. We were not going to win in any argument, fight or whatever, and if they'd asked us to leave, like we like have enough respect and enough people know us in the area that we'd have left like quietly, because during the second half when like the cast are like yelling out like the fourth Lanark guides or the whatever, they yelled out the like for us and named the company we work for and like to a degree the department that some of us worked in, and we're like, oh. So everybody knew we were there, so there was this degree of like kind of behaving. We weren't really. We did continue to drink throughout the rest of the show because we have no morals, and one of the girls is a very paranoid drunk, so she decided it wasn't for her anymore, and 3 of them left and we're like, we're going down to the pub, we'll meet you there. We're like, that's fine, we're staying this out, like we're holding our ground. We made bestos with the woman who runs the Panto. Like, she loved us, she thought we were fun because we were so participatory, and like we were just having a great time, and at the end when they were singing all their songs we stood up and sang right along. We were having a grand old time. So yeah, I nearly got chucked out of a Panto, which was great. And no, I didn't. Yes, I did. Such bad puns, but we're going back and we're just going to find shiftier ways to bring in our alcohol because we're not stopping drinking. Anyway, I will see you guys next week for another story time. Bye!